Hello everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm going to be doing a no contact reading, okay? So let's go ahead and see what they're thinking, what they're feeling, what they're hiding, all right? So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get started with pile 1. All right, pile 1, no contact. Let's see what's going on. See what's going on in their mind. All right, let's go. Thoughts, Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Feelings, Two of Pentacles. Intentions, Knight of Candles. All right. So, let me just shuffle a little bit more. All right. And get some clarifiers. All right, so pile 1. This is what I'm getting for you. Thoughts with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. When the Queen of Pentacles is in reverse, that could indicate someone who's pretty arrogant. Maybe someone who thinks they're above others because of their material possessions. Yeah, they could just feel like you're kind of Queen of Swords on the back of the deck. They could feel like you're kind of just materialistic and callous. Yeah, you know, let me see. And then feelings, we have the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles, that talks about you give me this, I give you that. We could talk about juggling a lot as well, not having a good work-life balance, which could be entirely possible with that Queen of Pentacles in reverse as well. Whether you're working or not right now, maybe they feel like your priorities are not the straightest. They do feel like there's a mutual interest though. They do feel like they're very attracted to you, especially with that Knight of Candles showing up. And they feel like you're very attracted to them, which definitely pleases them. Let me go ahead and get a clarifier for that Two of Pentacles. The Magician. Is this person after your money? Hold up. Tower. Eight of Wands. Oh, Three of Wands. Third party. Maybe you moved on rather quick. Yeah, maybe you moved on pretty quick. So the Magician talks about a master manifester, but sometimes it can talk about someone who's good at fooling people, kind of like a Harry Houdini kind of thing. That's what I always call it. Magician, now you see me, now you don't. With that Tower card, that talks about unexpected things, shocking news, maybe even an angry outburst. Maybe some of you have a quick temper, especially with that Eight of Candles. But I feel like this is you or them suddenly realizing that they don't want to do this anymore and just moving on quite fast. With the Three of Candles, there definitely could have been outside opinions or even influences getting in the way. I see this as other people. Clarifier for the Three of Wands. Yeah. Yep. Let me see. Yeah, this person also had other options. They were definitely keeping their options open the whole time. I'm sorry to tell you that, but they absolutely were. I don't think they were ever super invested in this connection. And let's see why. Just super unfortunate. I kind of hate how dating works, because you have to put up with stuff like this now and then. Why were they never fully invested? The Star. Oh, wow. Because they knew you were out of their league. They knew you would never settle for someone, or at least they felt like you would never settle for someone like them. You're a star. You're out of their league. You're like a wish come true. They self-sabotage because they thought you would never really want them. They thought you were just going to play them. Maybe they're not used to really attractive people, whatever, taking interest in them. But they thought there's no way this person's ever going to like settle for me and be loyal. Just based off of your looks and the way you carry yourself. Maybe you carry yourself with a lot of confidence, high self-esteem. You don't care what anyone thinks. Like, to them, it's like, okay, this person could never want me. Temperance, balance, bringing life to the things that you want. Page of Cups. Yes, they were attached, though. I will give you that. They did have feelings for you and they were attached. It could have been, yeah, but it could have been more like a friend way with that Three of Cups. Why was it like this, though? Four of Candles. Maybe you two lived at a distance. Or maybe they were just already very content with their lives. The Moon card, yeah, and the Six of Swords. Maybe you two lived at a distance. But I think this person was already very content with their life. And they didn't really feel the need to, like, do anything. Maybe they were just dating out of boredom. But then they met you, and they're like, oh, this is a really good catch. Like, I gotta, like, be consistent with this one. But I think after a while, they just felt like you were out of their league, you were getting attention from other people, and you would never take someone like them seriously. In my mind's eye, I'm getting that song. I know it may be hard to love a girl like me. I don't blame you for wanting to be free. I just wanted you to know I loved you more than your own kin did. Yeah, petty arguments, petty fights, out of their comfort zone. Yeah, they know that they feel like someone like you, you're just not, this is just not something they're used to. Like someone of your stature, maybe someone who looks like you, and this is all alleged for entertainment purposes only, but someone who, someone like you. And it's interesting because now that it's over, I'm getting in my mind, never mind, I'll find someone like you. I think now that it's over, one, I think they hold a grudge for whatever reason. I do think they resent you for some reason, but I also feel now that it's over, they're looking for somebody like you. I think they realize that they took that for granted, and I think now that they're back out in the dating scene, they're like, oh shit, there's actually nothing, I'm actually not finding anything like that. So yeah, would I say they regret it? 50-50, like half of them does, half of them does not. Because, you know, they're already happy with their lives. But I think moving on from you made them realize your value, how rare you actually are in the dating pool. So intentions, we have the Knight of Candles. So that is forward movement. It's also a highly sexually charged card. But that's following the spark, following whatever has your interest in that very moment. Back of the deck is the Ace of Cups. All right, clarifier, Seven of Pentacles, the Empress, Six of Cups, Justice, Ace of Needles in reverse. Back of the deck is the Ace of Cups. Losing you. Put everything into perspective. There was a flame, there was a spark with you, that it was immediate. It was from the first time you met. It was from the first time you two laid eyes on each other. There was a spark, there was a passion, there was something exciting. I'm getting in my mind, you make me feel like I'm living a teenage dream. Maybe something about this made them feel it was just exciting for them. With the Six of Cups, they do miss you. Let me see. They have a lot of love for you, actually. But they know that they missed a really good opportunity with you. Let me tell you that. Yeah, they know that they know they have a habit of self-sabotaging their relationships. They know that, yeah, look at that. Betrayal. They betrayed themselves. They know they have a habit of self-sabotaging their relationships. This is like a repetitive thing with that Six of Cups. With that Death card, they want to change. High Priestess, this is something that they didn't tell you, that all of their relationships go like this. It's always like, oh, they're good, but they would never settle down with someone like me. Like, let me just, they don't even seem like they're truly wanting to settle down. Like, they're doing this behind closed doors. They're doing that. But with the Judgment card, I think that in the High Priestess, I think a lot of their judgment comes from a very subconscious place, because the High Priestess, that's the things that we don't see. That's the secrets, right? And, you know, the Death card, you know, I just feel like They know that there's something subconsciously doing this. With their feelings, you have the Seven of Pentacles with the Justice card. Seven of Pentacles is being complacent, being lazy. I put in the work. I don't want to do nothing else. Justice card is telling you that the tables are turning for them. And that's how life happens. Like, you do something to them, and then life is going to throw that situation back at you to put you into their shoes. Like, that's, you know. But with that Justice card, let me get a clarifier for the Justice card. Strength. The World. Yeah, they learned a lesson. They learned a lesson from this. They learned that if you're going to be in a relationship and not put in the effort, don't be surprised when they don't want to be with you. Like, you can't just be like, okay, well, I'm cute and I do this, so you have to be willing to put up with whatever I say. No, they're realizing that being cute and being, you know, sexually whatever is never going to be enough to keep a relationship going. Like, that doesn't really mean much. And they're learning that. They're learning that it doesn't mean as much as they thought it did. And with the Empress clarified by the Ace of Needles, the Ace of Swords in reverse talks about a missed opportunity. It also talks about someone's truth not being spoken. So they feel like there's a lot of truth you have not told them, and they feel like there's a lot of truth that they have not told you. But at the end of the day, they already missed their opportunity for that. Right? The Empress, that's you. That's you up on your pedestal. That's you. But yeah, they know they missed the opportunity. They know they self-sabotage. Now let's see what would happen if you two were to ever have contact again. And then I'm going to go ahead and close out this reading. So what would happen if you two broke no contact? And I'm going to go ahead and pull for if they came to you and if you went back to them. All right. So let me get a good shuffle. All right. So I went ahead and pulled some cards. So this is if they reach out to you. This is if you reach out to them. So if they reach out to you, we have the Hermit, the Five of Needles, the Nine of Potions, and the Four of Presents. So this is what I see. I'm getting, hello, it's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me. Yeah. If they do come out to talk to you, they're going to say, all right, look, I did this, but you did that. Why would you think I would do this if you never did that? Whatever, blame game. But then we have the Nine of Cups and the Four of Pentacles, clarified by the Four of Pentacles. So I think they're going to talk about, you know, they were actually happy. They were actually fulfilled with the way things were. And they do realize that they were selfish, but they were happy and they didn't really care too much if you were happy or not. They didn't. Let me find out why. Queen of Wands is misguided aggression. That's controlling, domineering. Why were they just not occupied with what you wanted? Knight of Needles, Three of Swords. Because they're impulsive. They're impulsive. And they felt like you were going to break they didn't think you would take them serious anyway. They're like, oh, they'll get over it. They'll have another person within a week. But with the Knight of Needles, they're definitely just impulsive. Like, maybe they don't seem that way, but the way they think, their processing, their thinking is just unreasonable. Like, yeah, they don't think with their emotions. They don't think with passion. They think with their head, but it's super like flighty. Like, they're just, so impulsive, and they do selfish shit when they're feeling impulsive. Like, let's say it's your birthday and they were going to hang out with you for your birthday, but you didn't answer your phone until 4 p.m., 5 p.m. And you called them like, oh, we're supposed to hang out. And you were supposed to hang out that morning, but you slept in super late. You're hungover. And then you hit them up at 5 p.m. and they're like, oh, I'm in a different city. I thought you didn't want to hang out anymore. And then you're like, but I was out partying. You don't think maybe I just wanted to sleep in? Like, I get it, but, you know, I would have waited for you to wake up. You know what I mean? So this person's just impulsive. Like, when they feel slighted, they're going to get their lick back immediately. If you do this, they're going to do that, like, immediately. Like, this person is just, they have very poor judgment and they're very impulsive. And they were making selfish decisions out of their impulsivity. Not necessarily because they didn't like you or care about you, but because of how impulsive they are. And manipulative. This person's actually highly manipulative and they like to play games. And I'm getting that song, If You Move, I Move, just like that. That's how this person is. You make me upset, I'm going to get you way more upset. Maybe they didn't show you that side, but yep, you break their heart, they're going to break your heart back. Like, immature. Now, if you reach out, I don't really see the conversation going too well. I don't think this, so Page of Candles is about someone inspired, creative, talented. Let me see who this Queen of Needles is, though. You know what, though? Oh, also the number 9 is important for them, so maybe you two live at a distance. Number 5 might be important to you. But who's this Queen of Needles? Is this you or them? King of Candles. Interesting. All right, I feel like this is you. You're showing up as the Queen of Candles. They're showing up as the Knight. I mean, the Queen of Needles. See, I'm thinking candles. You have a soulmate coming in, by the way. You have a fire sign, masculine energy coming in, by the way, to save the day. But on their end, they're the Knight of Needles and you're the Queen of Needles. So you're far more mature and sorry, I lost my train of thought. You're more mature. You have a more mature thinking process. I don't care how old this person is. You would have had to be the teacher, the parent. This would have been one of those relationships where this would have been one where you have to correct them and talk to them like a child, like, okay, well, if you do this, I may feel like this as a result, you know? So that's where you know what I mean? You constantly have to talk to them like they're children. They don't get it. They do the same shit after they say they won't. Like, this person's actually pretty difficult to be in a relationship with, and I feel like you dodged a bullet. This was the best relationship to ever fail. Trust me, please. There would be definitely confrontation, harsh words being said. I think this is one of those things where neither one of you are fighting fair. It's just about who can make the other person feel like more of an idiot. I do think this would be very confrontational in that aspect. Yeah, I mean, let me see. Who is this Page of Cups? You have someone else coming in who's way better, hotter, easier to like, easier to get along with, way more mature. This person is low-key just like a toad, just like a little annoying toad. Just whatever. I feel like both of you will end up, if you reach out, there will be a mutual like apology and acceptance, but it'll be a long argument and a long drawn out thing before it gets there. But you have someone with the Justice card who's going to give you what you deserve and do better than this. This person is just, there's so many red flags. They're petty. They're super impulsive. If you make them feel bad, if they feel like you have something with them, they're going to go get with, hang out with your ex, hang out with someone else and ruin your day, or they will miss your birth. Like, they're just so irresponsible, so impulsive, so self-sabotaging, such low self-esteem. I do feel like this person may even have like some bad habits that they used to no, not a bad person, but they have a lot of a lot of stuff to work through and a long way to go maturity wise. I don't care if you're 30 and this person is 50. They are not as spiritually evolved as you. Maybe they know more, but as far as like keeping a higher vibration, keeping a clear mind, stuff like that, like that's not their forte. And that stuff is obviously, I mean, you're here, you're looking at tarot readings, you're spiritual, you know, maybe, you know, I do feel like you're a bit more evolved than they are, but I don't think they are as evolved as you are. So thank you so much for the reading. Thank you so much for coming on my channel. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know what you'd like to see next. All right, pile 2, welcome to your reading. So let's go ahead and get right into it. No contact, how do they feel? Back of the deck energy is 6 of Cups. They miss you. They miss you. They miss you. They miss you. Let me just start out by saying that. For thoughts, we have the 7 of Cups, the Death card, 2 of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. They're trying to find a way to maneuver themselves back into your life, to kind of weasel back into your life. They've had their head in the clouds for so long. They were focused on other people and other options and so on and so forth. And they feel like they did not realize that there was a gem right in front of them. Like this is something like someone, let's say they're on a dating app and you two are dating, you know, you're hanging out, but they won't delete the dating apps. They keep their Hinge open. They keep their Tinder open, even though you two are vibing and going well. This is like that, where it's like they always feel like, you know, they got to just do this just in case, stuff like that, stupid shit like that. Even though you two clearly have a good bond and have a lot of potential. You know, I honestly think for some of you that literally could have been it, especially with the 6 of Swords. That's long distance, that's the internet. But yeah, they feel like they got to keep their options open so they can have someone to fall back on. And then with that 2 of Cups and the King of Pentacles, I think they realized that you were better than all those other options actually. And I feel like, you know, they just feel happier. They feel more content with you than with anyone else. And they feel like you are who you say you are who you say you are, which is nice. For feelings, we have the 6 of Swords. I'm getting this song in my mind. Every time I try to leave, something keeps pulling me back. Yeah, that's how this person feels. Like every time they try and leave you, they just can't. They just absolutely can't. There's something about you that's just addicting, you know. Clarify for the 6 of Swords. I'm thinking 6 of Wands. Yep, what I say? 8 of Cups. It's about leaving things behind in search of something better. 8 of Cups in reverse, not able to realize what's actually going on and walk away. Like this person's in denial about the relationship. And it's like, I feel like this person just lives in denial. It's like, okay, I got to keep someone on the back burner in case it doesn't work out. Well, we're still like, this person lives in denial. It's a little weird, all alleged for entertainment purposes only, but they live in denial. They feel like they couldn't leave you alone even if they tried. Tower card, sudden changes, and the Knight of Pentacles behind that, the World behind that. They feel like maybe the change that happened in the relationship was sudden and unexpected, but they're actually like, they're not hating it because, you know how they say like sometimes conflict is the greatest act of love? They feel like the fact that y'all have been able to have conflict and get everything out is actually pretty healthy and productive for the relationship. Even if you two fight and argue, obviously not physically, but you're going at it, like at least you're getting it out and they're able to get it out. You know what I mean? And now everything is laid out on the table, you know. So yeah, this person, they don't think that you're gone. They don't think that, they think that, you know, if they just hit you up today, you'll be like, okay, cool, like back to what we had, you know, a little delusional. For intentions, we have the Fool, and it's interesting because back of the card has the World card. So this is a cycle. Fool, World, Fool, World, Fool, World. And look at the Fool is facing that way toward the past. The lesson has already been learned, but they're still, they don't care about a lesson. They just care about what feels right. And that's okay. That's okay to just follow your intuition, but sometimes common sense can also be really beneficial as well. So we have the Queen of Needles, Six of Cups. We got that. You missed them, or they missed you. Five of Cups. Maybe you missed them too. Knight of Needles on the back of the deck. So they know you're not really interested in them anymore. They have a lot of regrets. They feel very guilty. This person is actually very sentimental and emotional. And they like to just follow where their emotions are leading them. You know what I mean? They miss you a lot, and they're not going to let go of you anytime soon. I can tell you that. And this person has no problem with letting history repeat itself. You know what I mean? Like, some people are like, no, I'm not doing this again. They will do it again and again and again and again and again, as long as they get to keep a piece of you. All right. So yeah, this is like annoying. I'm gonna go ahead and pull some cards to see what happens if they reach out first and what happens if you reach out first. Then I'm gonna get some advice for you. All right. All right, so if they reach out first, Justice card. Okay, I like it. Honesty, fairness, the World card. Ooh. All right. Ace of Swords in reverse. What else do we got here? King of Cups upright. If you reach out first, what'll happen? Temperance. Three of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Is there a card behind here? Yes, there is. Four of Swords. All right, so I'm getting that this person, back of the deck is the Five of Cups. This person has a little bit of an attitude of my way or the highway. So when it comes to them, what'll happen if they reach out first? We get the Justice card and the World card. So I think by the time that they would reach you out, they would have definitely learned their lesson the hard way by then. With the Ace of Swords in reverse, that talks about missed opportunities and regrets. The King of Cups, that's love, it's a deep bond, it's an offer as well. So if I were to put into words what this conversation would be, if they were to start it, it would be like, hey, you were right, I understand, I don't want to do these things again. Complete, 180 from what they were doing, right? I missed a good opportunity with you, but I'm still willing to try again if you are. Also, there's a lot that they have not said that they would like to get off their chest. Excuse me. Now, if you were to reach out first, I do think that they would be cooperative. I do think that it could be healthy for you. Excuse me. I'm going to clarify for this Four of Swords. Clarify for the Four of Swords. We have the Nine of... Yeah, I feel like it... Even though this person's willing to cooperate, I still don't think this person will agree to give you what you want. Because that Four of Swords is about rejection, but it also talks about a lack of communication. And I feel like this is you feeling like, okay, like, you want something different, and I understand that, but I need to put my 2 cents into, like, my voice matters. But I do feel like you two would be able to build more of a friendship based off of this, right? Because the Three of Pentacles is collaboration, but it's not necessarily a romantic one. Ace of Pentacles underneath that, I just see you being like, okay, we can be friends, we can be cool. But them being like, I want to be more than friends. I've changed. I'm better now. All right, so let me go ahead and pull a card for advice. All right, one card of advice. One card of advice for Paul 2. One card of advice for Paul 2. All right. Two of candles. Back of the deck is the Queen of Candles. Alright, so first off, don't allow this person to make you lose your cool. Don't allow this person to make you step out of character. If you're someone who's like, hey, I like to be as kind as possible whenever I can, like, don't compromise your morals and what you stand for because this person is aggravating. Also, don't settle for less. If you don't want to just be friend with benefits, don't settle as a friend with benefit. Don't do that. And don't be afraid to withdraw for good when things are not working out in a way that is honoring of you. You know what I mean? So don't let them take you out of, who you do your best, who you've done your best to become. If this person only wants to mess around without commitment, don't even. If that's not what you want, don't even. And 3, if all else doesn't work, don't be afraid to walk away. I feel like this person does admire you a lot, does like you a lot, does not believe that the connection is over. They're a little delulu. But I don't see them giving you what you want. I don't see them giving you, unless you say, all right, let's actually be friends. Like, take all the romantic stuff, let's actually be friends. And that's why I think if you were to hit them up, appropriate timing, of course, they would be more open to the idea of just being cool with one another. And I think building and working on that foundation is the only way to keep this from just being a sexual, fun, romantic fling. You know what I mean? So pile 2, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know what you would like to see next. I will be glad to deliver. All right. Pile 3, let's go ahead and see. No contact. Thoughts, the world. Oh my gosh. Feelings, justice, intentions, 2 of Swords. Back of the deck is the 6 of Swords. So let me tell you something. This person knows that this relationship had to end. They know that there was no other way to, I feel like there's no other way they could have addressed this and have a healthy outcome for the both of you without them walking away or you walking away. Like, they feel like you two are better off without each other. With thoughts being the world is a completion of a cycle. That's like, okay, like, I did what I had to do. I needed what I needed to do. I got what I needed to do. We served a purpose in each other's lives, and unfortunately, like, that's it. Unfortunately, but fortunately. I do feel like they're still grateful for the experience, and they do still think fondly of you. With feelings being Justice card, this kind of ties in with what I just said. Like, they feel like the outcome was fair for both of you, absolutely. And you both got, they feel like it was fair. They feel like you two just did not belong together, and it was fair. With the intentions being the 2 of Swords, I think that, let me see something. Why do we have this 2 of Swords here? Why do we have this 2 of Swords here? Two of Pentacles, okay. Maybe one is an earth sign, one is an air sign. 2 of Cups, holy shit. 2, 2, 2. What's that about? Who's the 2, 2, 2 in this pile? This person, the interesting thing about the Justice card, it represents Libra, which is the scales, right? I feel like they feel like you two are mirroring each other. You two both feel the bond. You two both like what you get out of it, but you two both don't know what you want to do because there's such a strong bond and such a, you know what I mean? You may be juggling other things, not necessarily people, but other things. Like maybe one of you is depressed and you struggle to get out of the bed in the morning and even find the motivation to talk to anyone, and the other person in a relationship kind of suffers by knowing they can't help, you know, something like that. All alleged for entertainment purposes only. But they feel like you two mirror each other. Absolutely. And what's number 2 in the major arcana? Let me... Which thing? If I'm not mistaken, I think it's the Emperor. Oh, it's the High Priestess. High Priestess is number 2. Yeah, you know, High Priestess, because that we have 2 major arcana. So let me tell you something. This connection was very... I don't know where this string is coming from. This connection changed so much about how they see love and relationships. Changed so much. Gave them a whole new perspective. Maybe you two live at a distance from each other as well. But yeah, like, you two are mirroring each other. You two both have the same wishes. But it's like, that's also kind of the problem. Like, you see things in them that you know exist in you, and it makes you want to change yourself even more, and it makes you more and more and more dissatisfied with yourself the more you see how those mutual traits mess up their life, right? Their life. So it's a really interesting dynamic here. Let me go ahead and see what'll happen if you reach out first and what'll happen if they reach out first. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, they feel like, yeah, I like you. We have such a good thing. But, yeah, I'm getting in my mind's eye. We could have had it all rolling in the deep. What are they torn between, though, when it comes to you? Let's go ahead and see. What are they torn between? 9 of Pentacles, 9 of Cups. Okay. Being single, being a little romantic person. 10 of Cups, family, happily ever after. 5 of Cups. All right. It's literally, do I want to be single or do I want to have a family? They know you're someone who's going to want the whole 9 yards. And that's nice and all. But for some reason, I feel like this person's already been there. Or maybe they have like, I don't want to say they don't like family, but maybe that's just a scary topic for them. They don't feel like they're ready for someone who wants all of that. They feel like they like being single. If it's a male, they like to be a bachelor. If it's a female, they like to be a bachelorette. Judgment card, commitment. 9 of Cups. They're committed to themselves, which is cool. That's fine. I do think they would like to find someone they could be with long term. But when I say long term, I mean like long term before it goes anywhere. So let's see what happens if, I think out of all the piles, this is definitely the pile with like the most, if you were trying to get back into each other's good graces, I think this is the pile with the most potential for that, you know. I think that this pile has the most potential for a more fulfilling dynamic, okay, than the other piles. All right, so if they reach out first, the World, okay, clarified by just, see, I'm not shuffling well enough. Let me shuffle a little bit more. Okay, yeah, so like I said, I feel like when it comes to them with the Tower, the Page of Pentacles, 9 of Cups, the Judgment, and the Knight of Cups, the way I see it is, first off, I'm getting almost like a drunken call or something like that. Some like under the influence of some way, really unexpected. I think they would give you a sense of closure and peace. The 9 of Cups is like, okay, well, I'm happy. Judgment is like, you know, this is the truth coming out. You know, I'm happy. Things are working out for me. A Page of Pentacles, I do feel like we could still have some sort of relationship. Not like romantic, but we could probably be cool or something like that. But I do think they would be very sweet, very charming, very kind, and just not really defensive at all. But I'm definitely getting with that Tower card, it would be out of nowhere and possibly a drunken thing. Now with you, Wheel of Fortune, the Ace of Pentacles, 4 of Cups, and the 9 of Pentacles, I definitely feel like the conversation would go better if you initiated it. I feel like you're just a better communicator. But I do definitely see, like, both of you are happy on your own, let me tell you that. And I think that both of you will realize, okay, we are healthier apart from each other. I don't really see you showing any romantic interest or wanting to get back with him, but I do feel like there's a higher chance of ending up being like friends if you're the one to put it out there into the world. Okay, so pile 3, that's all I got for you. I hope that resonated. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and let me know you'd like to see next.